demographic to that. We have 139 seniors. We have about, I think it was 49 juniors, and I believe 31 sophomores and 21 freshmen.
I'm going to do my basics here, finish the diesel program here for sure, because I love their program, it's amazing. But start my basics for my X-ray tech here.
I'm going to get my bachelor's, hopefully, from San Juan, and then go to UNM for my master's, and I really, really want to go to Johns Hopkins for my doctorate.
Undecided, because I have endless choices.
I want to go to San Juan for my 2-year, get my associate's degree, and then go to a 4-year college and get my bachelor's.
Heard some of you say you're a super senior. What is a super senior?
A super senior is when you're a senior the first time, but then you aren't able to graduate and you come back the second time and you're a super senior. And you have a super senior, which is
We don't like a super duper senior.
Yeah, I dropped out of high school for my junior year. That was only to support my family and help with financial aid and whatnot. And then I came back my senior year with Mr. Deswood. I had to talk to him to enroll me into here. And at first they wanted to put me into night school, but I kept coming every day and showing my gratitude. I really wanted to be into school. And I guess he took pity on me and just let me come to school. But yeah.
But one of the things that Dr. Schmidt, our superintendent, tasked us to do a couple years ago, he gave us a list of students that had dropped out or had dropped out. And he said, contact these students, get them back enrolled. We need to get them done. We need to bring that dropout rate. We're senior heavy, so that's why, because we have kids that go to our traditional high schools, but it's just not for them. We do have a lot of kids here on a 504 plan for some medical reason, mental, emotional, and we also have students here that, like Ms. Sosa said, that are teen parents. So we really focus on students that are either disenfranchised or just can't fit into the traditional freshman to sophomore to junior to senior year.
Could you all tell us why this school's a better fit for you than maybe
I think this one's a better fit for me and maybe for other students because other schools might not help you as much as this school does. Teachers at this school more than likely will focus on you and help you with your struggles in every classmate in your classroom, so you can help your peers if they need help because you got help from the teacher. And I think it's better because maybe at other schools you won't get as much help as you would here.
And it's not even just that. Even teachers here, like Mr. Ives himself, I have him for a third hour, which is geometry, and he does different levels of teaching and interaction with students, and he does student-led teaching where students go to the front of the class and show the rest of the class how to do certain stuff, like the Pythagorean theorem, something like that. And then even with Algebra 2 or Algebra 1, if it's very challenging for some students, he'll actually go in there and help every single student. And then teachers here really care about students. They shoulder us, well not shoulder us, but they pretty much comfort us and help us with our journey in life and figuring out who we are as individuals.
Even if we're having problems outside of school, they're still here for us. And that's just so much different from a traditional high school where they have so many students coming in and out, and it's just kind of all right, I graded your papers, here you go, and that's it.
Because they actually care. If we have bad grades, they'll push you to get better grades. They'll help you so much, trying to make you succeed and graduate.
I think a lot of people fit in because there's not so many kids. I've been to a lot of high schools. This is my 4th high school I've been to. My first high school, there was almost 4,000 kids. That was up in Colorado. Too many. I didn't know anybody. The teachers didn't know me. It was really rough for me. So I came down, I went to PV, still too many kids, then I homeschooled. Then there wasn't enough. so it's a good balance. And like I said, I have ADHD and dyslexia, and no one really wanted to help me. And then I came here and they were more helpful. So.
What are your class sizes in terms of numbers? Numbers of kids?
25.
I think my biggest class is 27 people.
This other class will have around 15 to not even 10 students, and on Fridays or something we'll have 4.
traditional high school and have come here, what would be, in your opinion, the one thing you think that this school program should try in a regular high school that would have maybe kept you there instead of coming here?
They can maybe like switch up the way they teach in a way. Like at a traditional high school, they stick to one way of teaching, and that's all. That's all you get. And like Mr. Ives here, I've learned more math from him than I have in like all my years of being in school. And that's besides Mr. Deswood being my 8th grade pre-algebra teacher. And yeah, Mr. Ives, the way he does teaching, it's incredible. He'll just switch it up. If just one kid says he doesn't get it, then he'll just switch up his whole lesson to teach that one kid. And it just helps everybody out in the end. Like, I don't know, it's pretty great how it works. I like it a lot.
In traditional high school, there's so many kids that you can't really stop to help just one kid, and I think that's a lot why Rocinante works, because there's not so many kids, and we have time to stop and focus on one kid and build relationship with the teacher. Can build relationship with almost every student. You won't have a teacher that doesn't know who, you know. I hope that makes sense. Everyone knows each other.
Also have longer class periods, which I really think helps some people, especially when they're really struggling with something. They have what feels like all the time in the world to ask questions, actually get help and stuff like that.
Just having them come here and see how teachers here present the work and how they teach students. And maybe teachers from other traditional high schools can see that and learn, oh, there's different ways we can work with students and help other students out. And to learn different techniques and different ways to actually teach. I mean that, like, Rocinate is like obviously a small school, so pretty much we build a community here, and this is our community, and if nothing works, then we're gonna help someone out and build them back up and teach them. And not just let someone just downfall and just skyrocket.
Like, we'll notice who's new. Like, for me, if I see someone new, I'll go and introduce myself, and I know almost everybody in the school, and we all hang out together. Like, we're all friends. There's not as much drama. There's drama everywhere, but there's not as much, definitely.
There is drama,
and we all
in their group.
like, and the beauty of it all is we all have each other's back. Like, if someone's like being bullied, we're like, hey, what's going on? Like, let's resolve this. Yeah.
Another thing that's important that I guess the staff and myself know is that the district keeps track of the number of write-ups per student, and we are by far the lowest. We have 0.3 write-ups per student.
It's our little family. We all help each other, and that's what family do. They help each other, and I think more schools should be like that, where they need to help each other out. Even if the the teachers won't be aware if they're at their desk writing something, I think other students should be like helping their peers, or even having an effort to probably reteach it to them.
Like the other day, I was feeling a little bit down because I heard bad news from my family, and Mr. Ives saw my facial reactions and expressions. Like, you know, a teacher notices when something's wrong. So if you're okay, or if you're okay with telling me, like, let me know what's wrong, and we can be there for you. So if anything, like, this entire school is just like one big community, and we hold each other's hands and help each other and push each other to strive to do better and become and grow and learn.
Everyone here just has so much respect for each other, especially like if we don't know where someone came from. It's like, you're here, that's good, like, I respect you. It's just like everyone's saying, it's a family.
One thing about this school that I've learned is no time in my life, no through middle school, nothing, I've never been anywhere close to getting A's or anything, and in this school I finally got my first honor roll. I'm just happy. I'm doing better in this class, this school. Everyone is just helping me, and I'm just so glad. My family is very happy. My grandma's very happy with me that I'm finally getting up there, and I'll be one of the few people in my family to actually graduate and go to college and finish college.
I have a question. With that more familial type environment, do you see the teacher demand similar, or
So just so everyone knows, we have when we post a job, we have 8 to 10 applicants per job. So that there's usually a wait list for teachers that want to come and teach here. So when we open up, it's.
There's no positions though, because none of us ever leave.
Right, that's and you can hear from my staff, they're like, this is the ideal place to teach, you know, just the relationships that you build with the kids.
Flexible schedule, is that better for you than having the sports activities that are involved with an extracurricular
I
activity?
think I was working 30 to about 35 hours a week, but still coming to school and doing night school, and I still got it all done. Yeah, I was lieutenant of the Farmington Police Explorers for about a year, or well, over a year. I was lieutenant for a year, but I was in Explorers for about 2 years, so I did that. That was fun.
Become a teacher, because I was like, man, if these teachers can turn my little butt around and inspire me to do better for myself, then I wanted to be able to do that same exact thing for kids, and that's what made me want to become a teacher, was this school. And then being able to come back here and teach her, that's why I said I'm never leaving.
Like say Miss West's classroom, if you walk in, she's on a roll, me and her, we're just in a class, she's helping me learn, helping every other kid in that class learn. She's just here happy. I think every teacher here is happy too. What they're doing here at a school that actually is them helping kids, and not only helping kids, they're helping themselves because they're doing what they love.
I think that some of these teachers, this isn't just a job for them. Like, they genuinely love it. If you go into any classroom, they're happy, kids are happy. You don't see, there's like a respect between teachers and students that is amazing. They see each other on the same level.
It's just like home here, coming to another home.
Very comfortable with what we as adults have screwed up here, especially lately, and where the students are going to be leaders of the future. I want you to know we feel the same way about you. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Oh.